remember. Do you remember littering? When we were done with something, we'd throw it out the window.
Well,
Can you imagine?
No, but I did have a... I learned that lesson really... I think I was like 10, and I was in the Cub Scouts.
Right.
And we were all in the station wagon, piled, all the guys in the station wagon.
You were a Cub Scout?
I was.
Do you have pictures?
I do.
I want to see them.
They were good. And I had lots of badges.
Sure, you're
I was
very proactive young man. I don't know if you know that about yourself.
So we went to McDonald's, and I threw my napkin out the window. And Scott Smith's father pulled that station wagon over on a busy street in Tulsa, and I had to get out, run into the traffic into the street, and
That's a great lesson.
And I never littered again in my life. Ever.
Well, it worked.
My father litters all the time.
Still.
He throws things down, and I think it's territorial. It's like peeing on things.
When I see someone even throw a gum wrapper now, I'm like, who is that? Like, I can't even imagine throwing something on the ground.
What I do is I get it and I say, "Oh, you dropped this."
Yeah.
Because that way they don't have to have the humiliation of having litter.
You're a horrible human being.
When I went with Bridget to the baby store when she was getting ready to have the baby, and they handed us like a 10-page list of all the things that you have to have or your baby will die, and you're a terrible, horrible parent. It's scary because they scare you. It's kind of like when someone dies, and if you don't get the right coffin, then you didn't love them.
Right, exactly. Which is like, by the way, put me in the dirt. I don't need a coffin, period.
I'm the same way. I don't want to be preserved.
What am I waiting for? My nails are still growing.
I know, in the hair. I don't want to be preserved, and if I did, it wouldn't be now. It would have been years ago.
I said that to my doctor when we were thinking about getting pregnant. Oh no, I was getting engaged, and I was like, well, I'm engaged, but we're not going to get married for another year, and then we probably will wait a year and have a baby then. Should I? And I was 33 at the time. I was like, I might want to I'm going to freeze my eggs now, and so I can. And he's like, he looked at me and goes, oh, your 33-year-old egg is no good to me. I was like, what? He said, oh no, you freeze you had to be 24. Like, what am I going to do with your 33-year-old egg? I was like, oh. He's like, just try to get pregnant. See what happens.
Horrible.
And it was very. And then when I got pregnant, I remember the first time I went in, and then I went back and there was a red sticker on my folder, and I was like, what's that for? And they said high risk pregnancy. I was like, what? Well, your age. I was over 35.
So you were high risk. And yet everybody
I don't know anyone
who's under 35 who's having children.
No one.
Everybody is.
The time to find the right... I mean, if I got pregnant with 22 with
who?
Kevin Bond would have been that... Jeez Louise.
Thank God. Kevin.
And I heard that Kevin's cheating on his wife. Don't tell anyone, guys.
You've done like 800 pilots in your life.
Oh, yes.
Well, you've done lots of TV series.
Yeah.
How long were you on King of Queens?
4 years.
4 years. But you've done a lot of pilots.
A lot.
And you just did another one.
Are you able to? I'm doing another one next week.
Pardon me? You're not allowed to do that.
I am. They're going to make it a guest star so I can...
So you're allowed to do it?
I'm allowed to do it.
And then if this pilot doesn't go, then you'll be... Oh, okay. That's tricky.
It's kind of, doubling my chances, playing two hands.
But are you? But this one is... Are you allowed to talk about it at all?
The Lifetime one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. It's a...
Lifetime's never done sitcoms before.
No, they haven't. Which, is daunting. But they were great. I mean,
I think that's good. They
had good producers. It was great. And it's called Rita Rocks, and it's about a mom of a teenager. She snaps one day and starts a garage band with her neighbor and her...
Does she snap, or does she think, I may as well... Is she living her dream?
She just says, I need to do something for me. I do everything for everyone else. I miss the old me. Where's that person? I want to find it. And she gets her guitar down, and her postal worker's like, I play a little something. It sounds a lot cheesier.
Her postal worker is black.
Did you see my accent? I play a little something.
And is played by
Tisha Campbell,
who we love.
The beautiful and talented Tisha Campbell.
So talented.
She can sing. It's ridiculous.
She's a great singer.
Yeah.
And she's funny. She has, well, my God, she's been trained in television for like all of her life.
Yeah.
She's good.
We kept joking with her on the set. Like when something happened, like, Tisha, it's TV. There's going to be 4 cameras. Don't panic. It's no big deal. You'll get used to it as the week goes on.
I love her.
You'll see. She's great.
I love her. We did a thing together at the UN. We were doing hair.
Oh, my God.
At the UN. And we were both very young. And she was so amazing. She was so great. Emma, stop it. Yeah, no chicken. But I hope your pilot goes because I think this is a weird television season.
It's awful.
It's awful. And you're like the only person I know who actually has potential work. And it was a huge hit when they shot it. People loved it. I know from 3 people who either were there or heard about it how great it is.
It went really well, but a great tape night, as I've sort of been witness to, is not indicative of whether something can get picked up. It's a good start to whether something can get picked up, but once they edit it together, they've got to test. You know, sometimes you shoot long, and I think we were a little long, and then when they edit it, sometimes you're missing a certain flow or a certain something, and then they test it in front of a bunch of people that sit there with a dial. And
have you heard about this, you guys? It's horrible.
Literally, they watch the television show, and when they like something, the dial goes up, and when they don't like something, the dial goes down. And I've been to one, and it's like as soon as people start talking, like, you know, honey, I just feel like they they don't want to see anyone talk. Someone pratfalls, gah! So
or
they really
the
only
men
want
have
jokes.
different ones than the women, and they monitor them. So you know, if the guys like some hottie, you know, whatever. So the weird thing about that is they all say testing doesn't matter, and yet all it does is homogenize everything.
Everything.
Because it makes you go for the stupid that the more people like, rather than anything remotely challenging or interesting.
Yeah, if it's a comedy, they don't want you talking or being a real person. They really just want jokes. Joke.
Meanwhile, you say that the audience is not necessarily an indication of something getting picked up, but I'll tell you what I think is an indication, is that Lifetime is going to new territory.
Right.
There is a dearth of new material and new comedies coming out, and they have a huge investment in wanting to make something work.
They do.
And it's not like they're doing 50 pilots and they're choosing. They're doing you and like maybe one other person, one other thing. So I think it's got great potential, and I think that I love that they're doing it because it's branching out of the control of those 4 networks.
Absolutely.
It means a lot. They're
I think it's huge.
A new way.
And a lot of the networks are doing it, like TNT.
Well, yeah.
But TBS. But everyone knows Lifetime, so it's going to benefit from that. People, a lot of, I mean, you know, especially women, know where it is on your. You know where to. You know.
Would
how to
you say it's
it.
a woman's show, or is it a sitcom that's on what's been called a woman's network?
It's not a woman's show. I don't know a ton of guys that would, you know, watch it.
You know what? I never look and see what a channel is if I want to see something. I watch a program because I watch a program.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't say, oh, it's on ABC.
No. I hear about everything, and whatever I like, I TiVo it.
Tell me something else. As a mother now,
yeah.
You, how has this changed your perspective about your work and about everything?
How much does it pay? I used to be like, well, what's going on? How many lines? Like I used to remember like caring about like how many scenes am I in, like really petty stuff like that. And now I'm like, one scene, I don't care.
Right.
Are they paying me?
Right.
Can I pay my mortgage?
How does it affect? Not necessarily the job, or if you take the job, but I mean, obviously, I'm sure it hasn't changed your ethic and how you approach your stuff, but what does a baby have? How does that change your perspective just about the work, or what does it inform or prioritize? Or
all it does is simply create an ocean of guilt that you never had before. Because when you're home with the baby all the time, you're sort of like, I gotta get out. I want to get out there. I want to do my. So you're feeling guilty about that, and then as soon as the minute you get a job, you're like, oh yeah, I see the baby. So it's just. But I imagine that's how it's going to be for the rest of your life.
I think this is going to be big. I do. I think it's going to go.
I have a good feeling, but...
I have a good feeling.
Then we'll play this back later and we'll laugh at how
No, you know what we'll do? We'll look at this and we'll say, look, this is before all of the huge success came. How did I get out of frame?
Oh.
There.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go back to my
all right.
Oh.
Now, I just want to also say, have your chicken. I also want to say that Nicole knows the secret that I haven't been able to talk to any of you about. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to bank a quick... Friend Friday vlog of after the secret is out. Okay? So that's coming up. And see you later. Say bye, vlog people.
The secret is that Sam's gay.
Shh. You're not supposed to tell. You really think I'm gay?